Hi guys, and welcome back to Adam's Aquariums. In today's video we're going to be planting some more of my breeding tanks. We've just been to the fish shop, picked up a load of plants, and we're going to put some in some of the breeding tanks that are lacking a bit of greenery. So the tanks in question are these four here, this one especially, and this one. So we're going to take all of the nubias that's in there at the moment out of the rock wall and plant it in the substrate in all of the tanks. And we're also going to use these plants that I just picked up here from the fish shop. So preparing to plant your tanks, what I do is I make sure I've got a big bucket that I can put all of the rubbish in, basically to get rid of, because they come with the little plastic pots and with the rock wool and everything, and you just want to get rid of that because it is just basically rubbish. So here we are, the handy old green bucket. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare all of the plants that are currently in there, and I'm probably going to plant them straight into the tank. So we'll come back once that's done. So when you're taking plants out of the rock wool, you need to try and get rid of as much of the rock wool from the roots as possible. And when you're planting plants like Anubias, because they're rhizome plants, so that's this bit here, you want to make sure that that is out of the substrate. So, like so. So you just plant that in there, and then the roots will take hold, and that will keep it in there. You can also plant plants like Anubias into plant pots like this one here. So that is literally what I'm going to do on all of the tanks that currently have the Anubias in them. So I'm going to take them out and put them where I've taken them from, to make sure that they're nice and planted. Okay, so I've planted out all of the old plants that were in the tanks, and then now I need to work out what I need to put in each tank to kind of even out and make it look a bit better. So this one here, I'm going to put a lot of the Amazon swords I bought at the back, to give it a bit of height at the back. I might put something in here, like there. This was pretty well planted out, to be fair, so I'm going to put one plant in here, this one here, and this one here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet, but we'll come back and see once I am where I am. Okay, so this one here, I've really gone with the little Anubias down the front here, and then just planted some Amazon sword in the middle, just to see what that will look like. I think I'm going to keep it like this. I like them all to look a bit like an over-forested jungle, a bit like the Epistogramus natural habitat. He's currently hiding because he's scared of what I've just done to his tank, and I'm not really too sure where the female is, but I'm sure she's in here. She'll be in here somewhere. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It just looks over forested, nice and leafy, and he should enjoy that once he stops sulking. He's down there hiding because he's scared, because I was putting my hand around in the tank. Just be mindful that they will get a bit spooked when you're rooting around in the tank. Just make sure you have a plan of what you're going to do before you start rooting around in the tank, because it will inevitably upset them. Okay, so this one here, literally the only thing that I did different was I added just a one Amazon sword to the middle there, just to give it a bit of height and give them a bit more cover towards the back. So what I have noticed is that she, you can't really see her now, but she likes to guard this pot here, and he likes to have a lot of cover when she's got eggs, so that he can get away from her. So I'll come back to this once it's cleaned up, and I'll show you all the tanks once they've kind of settled down, and they've all the dust is settled. So this one here, I added a couple of little Anubias here and here, and it's really given the tank a lot more greenery, and it should make the tank look a bit more, jungly. So with this one, this is the one that I wanted to spend the most amount of time on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and plant the Amazon sword along the back to cover the heater so you can't really see it, and then move some of the coconut shells and stuff around, and possibly get rid of this tree in the middle. Although I just put some moss in here recently to try and see if it could cover, so I might just leave it. We'll see how it goes. So here we are after, like I said, like the Amazon sword at the back, and then I planted a couple of Anubias in there and there. So one thing you do have to be mindful of when you're replanting aquariums is post-planting aggression. So these two have kind of got very aggressive with each other since I've been rooting around in there. just basically fighting for territory again, because the tank looks different. Like, I've moved everything round, so yeah, look, she's getting very aggressive with him, and she goes for his eyes as well, because she's a very aggressive fish, and he's quite docile, and he won't really fight back. Alright, so we're back out here after a couple of hours, and we've let all of the dust settle, and this is how they look now. So this is the tank with Mars and Venus. Mars is just down here hiding, Venus is in the back. I quite like it. It's very chaotic, which is what I kind of like chaotic looking things. This one over here is where Percy is at. He's there, and his girl, who is yet to be named, is there, and it kind of is, you know, he looks like he's ready to breed now. Like, a bit more cover makes him feel a bit more secure, makes her feel a bit more secure. That's kind of my thinking behind this whole process. We'll see. She's still very young. He's getting big, but she's still super young, as you can see. And then down here with Will and Kaya. So this is Will. And Kaya's in here somewhere. She's there. So like I already said about like post-planting aggression, so she's just seen him. She's going to be super aggressive with him. She wants him to breed, she wants to relay her eggs, and she wants him to fertilise the eggs. That's what's going on here. So maybe we'll see that. We'll wait a couple seconds and we'll see if we'll get some of that on video. Possibly. She's courting him, he's courting her. So we'll see. These Amazon swords are very woody. A bit weird for me, because normally they're coming nice and soft, but I got it from the place that I normally get them from, so I'm confident that they'll grow nice and luscious. This guy here is still yet to be named. Again, nice and chaotic, just the way I like it. Lots of algae and dirt. I never clean my tanks for these videos, I just make them when I'm in the fish room. I do clean the tanks, but I don't clean up any of the mold or anything like that. I just let the tanks go, and it does what it needs to do, really. I did find the female, and she does have eggs in this tank, so positives. So they are currently the tanks that I just replanted. I'm very happy with the look of them all. I don't really care if anyone doesn't like them, but I personally like them. I think they're very chaotic, which is what I like, and there's a lot going on in all of them. And they use the fish a lot to enjoy. So that's it for another video. I hope you enjoyed this, me planting out some aquariums. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Next time I'm going to be setting up my Cacatoides grow out tank for my young male, and another tank for another set of fish that I haven't told you all guys all about yet. That was meant to be this video, but the tanks didn't arrive in time, so you got this planting video instead. So yeah, make sure you tune in next time. See you then.